Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Long and Thick podcast, where we help you navigate the noise and cut through the bullshit in the health and wellness space. Today, we are joined by Mr. Steve Harlow, affectionately known as Harlow around town, or Mr. Caffeinated and Confidence. He occupies a very specific middle ground in Ronnie and I's Venn diagram. He started in fitness. He opened his own gym. He is a CrossFit coach. He also has his own coffee roasting service, retail, as well as reviewing coffee shops wherever he goes via Instagram and YouTube. So it's pretty much right dab in the middle for what Ronnie and I really enjoy. So we get to cut into all that with him, and we're going to have a really good time doing it. This episode is sponsored by Jason Colley and his PTU 1.0 biomechanics course. PTU provides a structural lens through which trainers, coaches, and movement professionals can understand movement, biomechanics, assessment, and programming. See movement differently, coach with intent, help more clients. And you can also get 15% off checkouts if you're interested in that program with the code LONGTHICK15. Highly recommend it if you are in the coaching or the personal training space. If you want to support this channel, we would love that. We're all coffee addicts here. You can do that via our Patreon, which can be found on our website, ltpodcast.com. We also have a Substack there where we publish articles weekly. We have merch on the way. So a lot of things expanding with our brand. And if you want to support in any way along the way, we'd be eternally grateful. But chill out with us while we talk with Mr. Steve Harlow. Harlow, what's up, brother?
Not much, man. How are y'all?
We're doing fantastic.
Good. Yeah, all right.
Thank you for joining us on a gloomy and incredibly hot, humid Sunday.
You know, it's Tennessee. We can't expect too much out of Tennessee this time of year.
True.
Yeah.
Speaking of, how long have you been in Tennessee?
So I grew up in Tennessee. So small town, middle Tennessee, like hour and a half southwest of Nashville. Hohenwald, Tennessee.
Never heard of it.
There's the only thing they're known for is an elephant sanctuary.
Oh, awesome.
You can't see the elephants, though. You can go watch them on a TV, but you can't go.
I mean, cool in a way. Yeah.
Cool in a way, right?
Yeah.
So
it means they're probably protected. And
protected. It's an odd spot, but yeah. So I grew up there. Came to Nashville in 96. So before it was cool, to college.
Yeah.
Came up to Lipscomb, and I've been here ever since.
Wow. Yeah. Are you still living close-ish in the Nashville area?
Currently in Mount Juliet.
Okay.
So as kids came into life, school districts were more important, and yards and bigger houses. So we went to Mount Juliet.
Dope.
I guess we've been there now, doing math, 10 years now in Mount Juliet.
Okay.
Is that the forever home?
Forever's a
That's a long time. Sign my name on.
Yeah.
To the kids graduate.
Okay.
And have their own life. We'll say it that way.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right. So then once that we're already in imagination land now, where do you want to go?
I don't know. I think it would be more of where we don't want to go.
Fair.
Like
that steers
it would be more of that than almost throw a dart at a map and see if capable. You know, that's
top 3 worst places. What are your absolute no's?
Oh, top 3 worst. That's hard. Not to throw shade. I don't think I could ever really live in Mississippi. We are swampy, hot, nasty here anyway. So I don't think I could. That's a state
do
I could
more.
Do more of. I have in-laws from Louisiana, so I can't, bash Louisiana. Of course, the food culture down there,
true,
pretty awesome. Coffee culture is also good down there. So I would say that. I mean, the odd places in the world. I mean, I'm not against a Boise or an Idaho like kind of weather.
Okay.
Can confirm Boise is legit. I lived there for about half a year.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
Right. I've never actually been. Had some friends that lived, actually downtown Boise, kind of out of Boise, and they rave about it. So I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, it's a pretty dope spot. I will say.
But yeah, top 3 worst. That's a hard one.
Yeah,
not going back home.
Okay.
Not moving back to where I grew up.
The elephant
no shade
sanctuary.
there. Just there's not a lot of opportunity. I mean, I guess if I was retired and didn't have anything, but I still want to have access to things.
Sure.
And then I don't know, man. You got me. You stumped me with that one. Especially, I got 2. I got 2 or 3.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's great.
I don't know if I would. I like to visit California. I don't know if I want to live in California.
Same.
I've actually never been, but yeah.
Ever?
Yeah, like
no, which is crazy because I've been to parts of Africa and like Dubai. It's like, how the fuck did you not go to California yet?
Yeah,
But
And we have, of course, friends and acquaintances have moved to Nashville or the area. And I'm like, listen to the stories. I'm like, seems like a cool place to visit. I just don't know if I can live there.
Yeah.
And you don't want to pay the taxes.
There you go.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's
and
tough.
that
is tough.
The camps that are growing all throughout the LA and all that stuff. It's an interesting place. You said Lipscomb, yeah?
Yeah, Lipscomb.
So can you dive into where the fitness inspiration began? Was it at college or was before then? What's the first?
Kind of before, looking back,
Yeah.
before then, I was always active in sports. I'm in a small town, baseball, football, kind of the two big ones that the town ran on.
Yeah.
Growing up, my uncle was a doctor in a small town, so I had access to probably things I shouldn't see, like go to the ER with him on a 12 a.m. call, just random stuff. So I always thought I wanted to be a doctor, right? I was always in the world. I also had sick grandparents who actually moved in with us when I was 8 or 9. So they lived with us for, and actually they lived with my parents after I left until they passed away.
Oh, wow.
So many decades that they lived with my parents. So I always thought, hey, I want to be able to fix people, right? And also being from a small town, that was, doctors make money. Let's go do that.
Yeah.
Which is kind of where Lipscomb came in.
Okay.
They had a high acceptance to med school for a Tennessee school. Once you get in the nitty of it, you realize most of the kids there that are doing that, their parents or they have associate doctor family. So that's some of the acceptance rates was you get the letters that you need and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So probably junior year is kind of when I started like, I don't know if this is it. I don't know. So I took like a semester off just to kind of reset because it's Lipscomb. If I transfer anywhere, I'm like losing almost a year because you have to take your Bible classes and all that.
Oh, sure.
And a lot of times they don't transfer or if they did, it was like a fine arts transfer.
Yeah.
So kind of just sat back and just head down. Let's get my marketing degree. I have a minor in biology because I've already done enough.
Oh, cool.
Of course, that branches into pharmaceuticals if need be. And I had some friends taking that route. So graduate actually put me a little bit like December of 01-ish. But that was also after 9/11. So things change, right?
Yeah.
A lot of things change. But it always worked out. I mean, I was in the gym at the rec center. I was always at. I mean, hindsight, I probably should have went and got a great kinesiology degree from Lipscomb because they had a great program.
Sure.
But I was also working in a sporting goods retail store. So I was always in that world, selling treadmills, weights, bats, hockey, whatever.
Yeah.
We're doing rec sports after work. We're always doing something.
Yeah.
So I just left college and started managing a local sporting goods store.
Okay.
But then opened my own sporting goods store in 2006.
Okay.
So I worked for about 5 years as manager and then opened up Played Again Sports, maybe.
Yeah.
It's a franchise, new and used sporting goods.
Yeah.
Opened that up in 2006 on White Bridge Road. So kind of back into the Nashville. I had kind of managed the Antioch Play It Again for a local owner. She was moving next door. So it was kind of a mutual, like, what are you going to do kind of opportunity. Thanks to my parents, some help from my parents, of course.
Sure.
We opened up in 2006 and had that store. We closed summer of 2015.
Okay.
The way of Nashville. Nashville was getting much more popular. The rent rates were going up like 20%.
Yeah.
Also, we had to make the decision of renewing our franchise agreement, more money out of pocket. Amazon was booming, so we're getting a little bit.
Right, it was kind of on the
more
wall.
competition.
Like,
it was like I don't know where retail is going. And not to mention, in that time frame, I had the downturn of 2008, or technically 2009. We survived. Everything was great.
Yeah.
We had the flood of 2010.
Okay.
Which kind of knocked out a lot of fields and a lot of. They came back, but it was just you're in what should be a prime. And getting these lulls, just a lot of business owning, right?
Controversial, yeah.
Bob and we even see what happens.
Yeah.
So closed that up in 2015. Probably a missed opportunity. Probably As a business owner, we get so attached sometimes, I think, like I probably should have pursued selling it more than just
Shuttering.
holding.
Sure.
But also during that time, probably the building we had on White Ridge Road had a garage, which was probably shotgun style, 20 by 60, maybe a little longer. So
where on Whitebridge?
We're across from Target, below Jersey Mike. So it was in the bottom of that
I
building.
live like 1 minute away. So,
okay,
yeah.
so you know the area.
Yeah.
It became some like robotics place or
Okay.
prosthetics place. Sorry, prosthetics place.
Mm.
But we were down there for years. But it had a garage where we had all our storage for our goods.
Mm.
But in get my math right, 09-ish, I had got introduced to a gentleman who was a CrossFit coach. Of course, in 09, still pretty new, especially Southeast. I mean,
Right.
California had it, Midwest had it. We were still getting new to it. So I got introduced to a CrossFit coach. Me and him kind of hit it off, and he wanted to move back to town. He was originally like an MTSU guy, grew up in Murfreesboro.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, I got this space over here. Like, just start bringing people to the store.
Sure.
If they want to buy stuff, I get to get fit. You know, I was stuck in the model of go to the gym, lift for an hour and a half, 2 hours, get a pump, but I don't know if I did.
Much.
You never know how much work you did, right? So
you're going off sensation and instinct at that point.
Yeah, just old school. I grew up playing football. Like we do the weights, we run some sprints, call it good. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a eye-opening experience to get my butt kicked that bad in like a 2-day period.
Sure.
Like Rhabdo wasn't far away, I don't think. You know what I mean? It was like
not fun.
My mind wanted me to go harder. My body's like, dude, you might have messed up today.
You're going to be peeing blood.
Yeah. So we hit it off. He moved in. We just kind of opened it up to CrossFit style stuff. Of course, I had access to order equipment. I had all the access. We ramped up pretty quick because his parents were still in the area. So just word of mouth, right? So I think we ramped up to 30 or 40 clients pretty quick.
Okay.
Cool.
And then you all of a sudden got to go, oh, the space is too small.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's like the back and forth. So started kind of talking, and his parents were talking, and we actually opened up the original CrossFit Music City.
Oh.
But we did it on Centennial Boulevard out by the prison.
Okay.
Out on that side of Centennial, not really the Nations. It was kind of the opposing side. And we opened that, trying to get late 09.
Yeah.
Is when we opened that. And again, ramped up fairly quick. But I'd also put batting cages in there to kind of support some of the store stuff because it was a big space.
Sure.
We're like, well, we got 100 people, but this is like 300 people.
Capacity.
So we put in batting cages and ran the CrossFit stuff. Of course, I still had the store. So my life was complicated. At the time, didn't have kids too. So that was a big help. So we ramped up pretty well. Flood didn't really hit that building, luckily, and and kind of got back online. But then just the energy kind of dissipated. Found out a business partner was doing some kind of shady stuff. It's business.
Sure.
So kind of had to rip the Band-Aid off and close it down. Like we had kind of broken apart, and I kind of had to stay away from the gym just because we didn't agree.
Yeah.
But I kind of had to step back in and just close it down and move on.
Yeah.
So I licked my wounds for about a year.
Looks like you had proof of concept, though.
Proof of concept, right?
Yeah.
So, but it's just that financial burden. You invested all this money. Yes, we resold some stuff and all that, but
some unexpected hemorrhaging in places you
didn't
foresee.
You're just like,
what's that puddle over there?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you're like, oh shit,
that's my blood. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna go heal.
Yeah.
But then got my own cert, level 1 cert, and brought it back to the store
in CrossFit.
Yeah, CrossFit, and brought it back to the store in the original setting. Ramped up to about probably got close to 50 members, and kind of like, that's good.
Yeah,
I got the store. Like, hey, let's just have fun.
Yeah.
And so ran that pretty much 11, 12, I guess late 11, and then 12, 13, 14. And then, of course, we closed the doors in 15. Tried to extend that. The retail side, I wasn't sure of. I was sure of the fitness side. I was like, I want to do this more. But we got trapped in the feeding frenzy of Nashville. everybody was just coming in. I want this spot. Here's cash.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, I don't want to pay, $5 more a square foot just because that dude wants it.
Yeah.
So, and also found out I was about to have a second child. So I went
Big changes.
Big changes. My wife, all this story, my wife had been managing Third and Lindsley.
Oh, wow.
So music guys. So she managed Third and Lindsley was one of the managers at Third and Lindsley for almost 20 years. So she was pretty stable. So I went corporate just to get some things done in life.
Okay.
Like we bought a house or we had a downtown condo, but it was like, oh, we need property in the house. So I went corporate and became a supply chain manager for a medical facility in Metro Center, and was there from the end of 15 to the end of 20 on that. The stopgap is in 18. Back to fitness world, I was approached. My brother-in-law worked out at Nashville Fit Lab, and he lived in Sylvan Park. And he just texted me today. He's like, "Hey, the owner of Fit Lab is in a bind. He has to be in a wedding, and both of his main trainers are stuck outside the country, like wherever they were. Everything was delayed, and they weren't going to make it back home in time. He needs someone to run the gym, basically Friday, Saturday, Monday. He just needs coverage.
Just those days. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right. Just like, it's just a weekend." He goes, "I know you did it. And I know you hadn't, you've kind of been out of it, but
sure.
Would you entertain it?" I was like, "Well, I can make sure everyone does it. No one gets hurt."
Yeah.
I mean, I can come in and do that. So I guess I did like, Friday morning, Friday afternoon, Saturday morning. And then I did like the Monday afternoon classes or lunch and afternoon. Tuesday, come back in. He's back just to talk to him, make sure I didn't mess up. But he's kind of seems upset. I'm like, "Oh man,
well, how could I mess this up that bad?
What did I do?
Yeah.
Did someone get hurt? Did someone think I was an asshole? Like, what happened?" But come to find out, he kind of finished with class, and we got to actually talk. He had an opportunity to go work for Apple. He was a dietitian by degree.
Okay.
And he got the job in California and had been working the sale of the gym to some locals in town. But at the signing, they kind of fell out.
I see.
It just got bad.
Oh, wow.
But he's already committed, and he has to be, I think he had like 30 days at this point to get out. Or he was moving to California no matter
to
what.
start the new gig.
Start the new gig.
Yeah.
Apple was launching all their nutritional stuff on the watch and all that. So I was like, "Oh man, that sucks." And he's kind of venting, which I was like, I had a common bond with him. I knew the space, had bad business partners, and all that. He's like, all of a sudden, he just stopped. He goes, "You want to buy it?" I'm like, "Whoa." Got to talk to the wife on that one.
Yeah.
Like,
was it even a thought though? Like, as he's describing stuff to you, were you thinking that in the back of your mind at all, or was it more?
I mean, I really enjoyed the weekend.
Sure.
So yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was like in the forefront, but
sure.
Downloaded in the back there. I was like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah,
like
maybe.
This. Yeah, maybe." So I was like, "Give me 72 hours." I know he didn't have much time. I was like, "Got to talk to the wife. I want to talk more of our brother-in-law because he had worked out there. He was part of the community. So I really want to," and he lived in Sylvan Park. Mind you, we're in Mount Juliet at this point of life.
Oh, sure. Okay.
So it's that. I'm still full-time in Metro Center. Like,
that's a lot.
Yeah. I'd say even 72 hours is a generous due diligence period.
That's right. Right.
It's very quick.
But I knew he had to do something.
Yeah,
because he was either going to have to pay a coach just to run it till the lease kind of worked out, or he just needed something.
Yeah.
Of course, my wife is my always ride or die, and she's like, "Just don't screw up. Go have fun." Like,
Dope.
like, okay.
Yeah.
Or basically, we say, "Don't suck." Like, go put your effort into it, and if it works, it works, and we'll figure it out.
Sort it out.
Yeah. Talked to my brother-in-law. He's like, "It's a good community." He goes, "I'll get on board. We'll kind of coexist. I can help out when I can." He had a job too. There was 1 or 2 trainers on staff, so we had coverage. So I was like, "Okay,
it's turnkey pretty much."
Yeah. Right. Just don't run people off. Right.
Yeah.
Like don't run off the clients, and everything stays afloat.
Yeah.
So, of course, the due diligence and the paperwork, and making sure everything was legally done. I basically helped him coach for 30 days as just like, guest star before we announced anything, and then announced that I was taking over. And I mean, it was really smooth transition. I think we only lost one person in the transition, which, as you know, the gym guy.
That's actually pretty
right?
insane.
Yeah, right.
That's like a rounding error.
Right, because you're like, most places are like, I'm here because of the trainers more so than, or I can walk to it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So easy transition, but now I got to figure out how to balance full-time job, gym,
It's a lot of spinning
being
plates.
a dad. My brother-in-law's helping me. So everything's good. What's that? So that's end of 18, probably Octoberish of 18.
Okay.
We're in the mix at Nashville Fit Lab. And basically we just come in quietly, run the show, change up the programming a little bit just to fit what we do. Didn't affiliate with CrossFit. It was a functional fitness gym anyway. And at that point in time, in my opinion, CrossFit had become a show. Like, it wasn't the functional fitness aspect. It's like, can you do 20 workouts this weekend? Like, no, we can't. Like,
Right.
Yeah. There's also no reason for us to
right.
either.
Like, but I want my people to play with their kids as they get older. If they want to go on a hike, it's not a problem. If they want to go try rock climbing, it's not a problem.
Yeah.
Like, that was more of why I was in it.
Yeah.
So we just kind of programmed it out, ran the show. Brother-in-law was helping me cover lunch, had the other trainers, and it's just gym life. And so that was end of 18. Of course, we roll in the 2 years before 20. Some of the trainers moved, changed locations. A little bit more is on my plate. We're still making it work. 2020 hits, and we have to close for 77 days.
Jeez.
But going back to that community this place had, no one...
Bounced on you.
Most people had a remote position put in play, so no one dropped. No one shut down their account. No,
Wow.
I was like, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we were programming, letting them take equipment. I mean, we're a small gym, right? We're more of that boutique fitness. So I was like, you get a kettlebell, you get a dumbbell.
Yeah.
Like, we'll spread all this equipment out.
Bring it back when we can rendezvous.
Whenever we're back, we'll do.
Yeah.
We were using, some apps just to like check-in apps. Everybody throw a little, 10-second video up to either like, hey, I did my driveway workout. Hey, life's good, life's bad. Whatever you need to say, we'll just keep the community together. And we survived. And of course, when the doors open, everybody wanted to be back in.
Yes. Yeah. The flood.
Yes, they were like running. And again, small gym, it was easier. Like, throw the bay doors up, open all the doors. Everybody felt good.
Party. Yeah.
Yeah. Just come in, work out. If you want to mask, you mask.
Sure.
It's your body, your life. We're here to let you work out.
Yeah.
We're not going to put the hammer down on anybody.
Yeah.
And, survived. So that was 2020 was a crazy year.
I know.
In
the
general.
time warp.
Yeah, time warp. It's like you feel like, I don't know if I lost a year or gained a year. I still don't know.
It was interesting. It's also, I think it was better, obviously better here than other places in the country, but it was so stark in contrast because Nashville was kind of like the wild middle, of the country because you're like a hidden bastion of pretty loose regulations. But I talked to friends and family in either New York and California, and they literally lost 2 years of their life.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I left from New York. Yeah. Right in the middle of it. And
it's like,
shoosh.
You're locked in your apartment. You get to go maybe outside for a moment to walk and hopefully don't get the stink eye for being outside. Like,
crazy.
Like, what's going on, man?
Crazy.
Yeah. It was spooky.
Yeah. That goes back to, I don't know if I could live in California and maybe even New York on some factors of life.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so we're humming past the peak of pandemic now.
Yeah.
What does that look like for you?
So actually, I have, of course, a teenager and almost a teenager, 10 and 14-year-old girls. So at the first of the year, I sold the gym.
Oh.
So
of 2021?
Of this year.
Oh, this year.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we just ran.
Wow.
We were just humming and doing life and working. Now, I will say, going back a step, at the end of 2020, COVID caused me to lose my corporate job because we were in a supply chain for the medical facilities, but it was elective surgery. So they took a big hit.
Oh, sure.
Because some of the elective stuff got shut down.
I see.
So business move. My position kind of got dissolved and they had another spot. Their home office was in Philly.
Okay.
So they're just running all the supply chain stuff out of Philly instead of having one-on-one. So I was like, it sucked, gut punch, but suck it up, lace them up and let's go do gym full time.
Yeah.
So at the end of 2020, I did go gym full time. And of course, had to retool some of the formatting. So brought a lot more personal training on myself. you got to do that, open up a few more classes, open up the floor to other local trainers who just needed a spot to train. So I landed some just great trainers that it was easy, right? Just you bring your stuff,
Plug
you pay
and
me
play.
for the space.
Yeah.
I'm not in your way. Everybody be respectful. We play ball.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good. And that's kind of how we survived from 2020 to the end of 25.
Yeah.
Was just that playbook.
Okay.
Nice.
And then you said first of this year.
First of this year.
You said
so
sayonara.
yes, to a point.
Okay.
And so I did luck out. I kind of hit the holy grail. So I sold to a friend of mine
Okay.
who owns Chalked Up, which was a clothing brand.
Mm.
And he was a clothing brand for fitness. Like he was big in the CrossFit space, did a lot of travel to events, setting up tents, doing the grind.
Yeah, it is a grind.
And he's like, I kind of want, like for me, my grind was I'm not getting home. I'm coming in at 5:15 class, so I'm leaving the house at 4:45, best case. I'm getting home at 7:30 at night. Not every night, but
I mean,
Sure.
still.
right there,
Yeah,
more than I wanted to.
Yeah.
I have daughters in volleyball, daughters in gymnastics, like trying to figure out to be a dad.
Yeah.
And he was a friend of mine, a training partner, so he got to hear the stories. And then he had also concepted maybe opening a gym because he needed an anchor place for his apparel. And I also gaslit him because I thought that was a great idea. Like, go do it, man. You should do that. But then he's like, one day he's just like, what if I bought this place? And I was like, oh shit, what if? I don't know. That
didn't
wasn't
even consider that. Yeah.
So we worked it out, and it worked. And so, but I'm helping him with the morning classes because he has 2 kids under 3 years old. So I understand the playbook there, and I still have my personal clients there.
Okay.
So I got the benefit of selling the gym, but still being part of the community.
Yeah.
Which that was just, that's kind of hard.
kind of thing.
Can't pass that up.
For sure.
So Harlow, you have a kind of a unique perspective because I think a lot of people in aspiring gym fitness culture, possibly wanting to be a gym owner, what is your thought compared to potentially someone looking for a turnkey facility as opposed to building from scratch, especially in today's world and or just Nashville at large?
I think Nashville at large, your better bet would be turnkey.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that because we know rent rates are so high.
Yeah.
Now, unless you have backing, I mean, we're seeing more of that now. Like we just talked, friends from New York, friends from California, they're bringing in more buying power than my Nashville native is used to. But if you're looking to try to do it yourself, turnkey, and I think you're going to start seeing more of that. Like I'm going to be 49 at the end of the year. And I think there's a lot of those out there, the people who've been in the industry a while and maybe just be like, I don't know if I want to be in the rat race anymore of what social media posts am I making today? Am I staying, in the forefront? Am I able to get the age bracket I need to stay afloat?
Sure.
Because even in my later years, we have a great community, but it was always harder for me to get the 22-year-old.
Right.
They're walking into the old guy training, whatever
for sure.
it is. But we had a lot of mom, dads, and families because that's who I was. So it was just it mimicked what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're new to the industry, I think turnkey. I just feel like some of the rent rates at $40, $50 a square foot.
Crazy.
You're kind of already underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're going to stay there for quite a while.
Right? Like, it used to be, 3 years, that's 3 years. 3 years, I'll start seeing some like revenue to myself or whatever. And I think some people need to realize, and that social media has changed this because you have other avenues for revenue. You can, sell the shorts, sell the supplements. But owner just means last person paid.
Yes.
Like it doesn't really mean, and the outside world sees you as the owner as like, oh, that dude's rich, or that dude makes money, or that woman makes money. It's like, that's not really the facts of the matter.
Yeah.
We've just figured out how to survive for a lot of things. And even if we are making money today, that doesn't mean my gym didn't close for 77 days and I try to figure out how to run a revenue on that.
Sure.
Or the HVAC went out and I just dropped $15,000. Like, like there's so many caveats that's not in play. So,
right. Yeah. It's interesting hearing you describe the entire arc and saga, I think a lot of the emphasis that I'm hearing is on the business side. And I really want to get some of your thoughts and some of the heart and soul around the training moments, like some of your favorite workouts, or even how some of your philosophy has changed around training from your first exposures to a CrossFit functional style fitness thing to like, what it was or what it still is, right?
So I, of course, love like give me a 20-minute something, cycling a barbell, maybe with a cardio piece. Like that's kind of my I can just sit in this. When you get into the old school CrossFit, some people know Fran is like 21, 15, 9 pull-ups, thrusters. I die.
Yeah, dude.
Like just that high rep stuff now is like, oh man, that hurts.
You want an EMOM is what you're saying.
Yeah, I want an EMOM or, even just like AMRAP. Just here's 20 minutes on the board, 30 minutes on the board. What do you got?
Yeah.
I do like that. Now I will say I punish myself a little bit, as we all do in the fitness space. In my tenure in fitness, the worst workout to mine I ever did was the workout called sevens. 7 rounds. There's 7 elements and 7 reps of each. And the first time I did it, of course, was early in when I thought I was fit. So I'm going RX. I'm doing it as recommended.
Oh no.
And then next thing you know, it's an hour and 15 in and I want to just not be here anymore. So now I do it for my birthday every year. And my whole goal is just beat my age.
Okay. I love that.
Right? Just, I don't know, be better than my age.
Metric.
Yeah, it's a good metric, right? So that's worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
So I do enjoy that workout because then it's like everyone comes and we all just suffer together. You're going to be in here for, under 49 minutes.
Yeah.
So sevens has now become one of my favorites.
Love that.
But like I said, some of those really intense high rep stuff. And as I've aged, I will say long distance running's never been my thing. I used to be better at it, but now it just hurts. Like ankles hurt, feet hurt, knees hurt. I think that's just part of aging. But yeah, give me, a 200-meter run and some weights and maybe, I don't know, body weight movements and we'll get at it.
Yeah. I think that works much better for helping entry and community to coincide.
Yeah.
Like it's simple. You feel lots of things. We always talk about how the potency around perfect optimal training is such a bullshit kind of thing. And I think, this is a great example of you're going to win if you just do something.
Yeah.
And then you build a community and you have a gym that's it's working, it's still living and breathing, and it didn't, vaporize when people weren't allowed to come there, right? When they really have every right to. And so I think that speaks volumes to what I often shit on. I think maybe we both do a little bit too much with the conditioning based, training style.
Yeah.
But I feel the longer and longer that I'm in helping people through training or whatever means, I care less about what the thing is, and as long as somebody is loading and doing something. So
and sticking to it for hopefully the most of their life.
Right.
Because, I think probably both have conversations with other trainers this person's now moved on to the next or moved on to the next. I was like, are they sweating every day? Move on. You don't have to do what we do.
Sure,
you don't have to do this for decades.
You
wanted to CrossFit for 6 months and you're like, I'm going to high rocks for 6 months and I'm going to rock climb for 6 months. I don't care.
You're still active.
You're still active. Are you sweating every day? And maybe not every day, but most days. Are you sweating most days? I'm happy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a miss when you said optimal training, right? Everybody's like, I still hear it. I didn't turn my watch on. I'm like, and? And
the biometric stuff is getting too much
drive
obsessive.
you absolutely.
The obsession behind the obsessive behavior around it. It's just it's good to have data. It's good to have guardrails, some insight, even if it's even accurate. I mean, most biometric things are 40% variance in either direction. So it's a nice sales tactic. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Oh, it didn't count. I didn't turn my watch on.
It's like,
what were you training for?
Yeah, you're laying in the floor sweating. You beat the watch or whatever, the ring, the watch, whatever it is these days.
Yeah, I love the freedom that comes with that kind of, we're just going to show up and do something. It's almost like you're better off hey, do you guys want to help me like build a curb? Like,
Yeah.
we're going to carry some shitty cement, and then mixing it sucks. And it's, we can take little breaks.
Yeah,
And
we're in the sun, we're getting the vitamin D, like we're out here, let's go.
Yeah. So there's a lot of that just approachability that I think is so valuable. And something we sort of struggle and run into, especially when we're talking about the fact that this is a health and wellness podcast, right? It's just like, how many different ways can we sing the song of like, do you train? Do you move? Do you sleep? Do you eat? Like, are you trying? Don't suck, right? Like you said, don't suck at this thing and just keep after it. And that's why it's, we really appreciate being able to hear people's stories, because it adds just another layer of reality to it. How do you feel like your coaching philosophy has changed, especially like now when you said you're doing morning classes still? Like, what's it like to be coached by you, this week versus in the past when you first started?
Of course, when I got into the CrossFit, I left like the row, bench press, we're going to do back squats, everything's slow, to CrossFit where it's like, all right, you're on the clock, we're in here for an hour, we're going to get a lot in. Still in that mindset, but it's your body. We're not all the same humans. So, all right. And again, CrossFit is the true CrossFit was for everyone. Like 65-year-old person who has bad knees. All right, we're not going to do box jumps. Let's just be clear. But everyone else has got it. We'll tailor it to whatever you need. I just think I've got better at seeing the tailors on the jump. Where in my younger career, I had to be with you for a minute and figure it out.
Sure.
But now I'm just like, I can spot it. Like we talk, time and attention, you just get you ready faster.
Yeah.
So I think that's it. And also it doesn't have to be glorious. Or some of the CrossFit workouts are, oh God, I have to do this in this amount of time because so-and-so did it. Like, no, I don't. I did the reps. Quality reps is all I care about. Whatever that quality is for you.
Yeah.
My quality and your quality might be different because of movement patterns and or functionality. Experience, right? Like, I can get my elbows out. You sit at a desk all day and typing. Can you at least get the bar on your chest and front squat? I'm happy.
Yeah.
Like, like we'll figure it out.
So being that the gym is sold, but we do know that you still coach, what does that ratio look like in terms of how much does it monopolize your time?
So I will say that's been my hardest challenge is now
pulling away a little bit.
I've never been good with too much time.
Okay.
Because I've always been busy.
Freedom.
Like I don't, like the schedule's too loose.
Okay.
I know that's on me, but it's like I enjoy it a little bit because now I'm just like, what's my kid's schedule? And my wife is in a new job that she is just going crazy in. So like now she doesn't have to worry about the family schedule as much. So there's a good buffer. But then I'm like, I was on Instagram way too much today. You know what I mean? Like there's that moment. Or I was at the coffee shop way too long today because I didn't do anything.
Sure.
So right now it is Tuesday through Friday. I try to run the morning stuff. So 5:15, 6:15, and then I jump into my personals from 7 to lunch.
Oh, okay.
Right now I do have a couple afternoon personals like Tuesday, Thursday. Just they've been with me for a decade, like literally a decade.
Yeah.
And that's all they got. That's the time they have. So I just do it for those days. But Mondays is really family. Like it's Monday when school's in session. Of course, is get the kids to school, get the house back in organizational, at least functional as much as we can. Make sure we're stocked for the week. And then pick the kids up. That's kind of Monday. I mean, right now we're in summer schedule, so it's like I do some coffee work because we can get into that whenever, but we have a small coffee company now, or have had. So I do some coffee work on Mondays and make sure I'm meeting those clients also where they need to be met. But yeah, it's like almost like too much time.
We've
like
talked
uncomfortably calm, I think is what I've said.
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortably calm.
Yeah.
We've talked about it on this podcast a couple times that because we've all had different seasons where we had that incredibly high frequency. like the extremity brings capacity, you know,
Mm.
and your resolution is so much finer. You can make decisions, your instincts are quicker because you're constantly under the onslaught. Do you feel like you kind of have some of your processes and your instincts like dull and slow because you have that time?
100%.
Yeah.
And that, but then it becomes an annoyance, like,
Sure.
right? You're like,
I was so much sharper this
he's
way.
like, yeah,
I
what
have
am I-
another kid, and that'll put the pressure back on.
Yeah, we're out on that one. Two's good. I'm done. But yeah, we'll put the pressure back on.
Mm.
But yes, 100% that's, and going into where we talked about a little bit of business, I think that was always the superpower of a small business owner. I can change tomorrow. Corporate can't do that.
Yeah.
Right? If I want to put the work in, I
Yes.
can change tomorrow, right?
Sure.
It's not like I can just like, and it happens.
Yeah.
But,
Surprise.
You
Yeah.
have to walk into a legacy atmosphere that's already humming.
Right.
So,
but I don't have to go into the office and get 32 boxes checked before I can even say
But
yes or
start,
no
yes.
to the decision, right?
Yeah.
Right.
If I walk in tomorrow and be like, I don't like where those dumbbells are. I mean, it's simple. Like,
Mhm.
I don't like the layout of my gym.
Let's move it all. Yeah.
Move it all.
Done.
Like today.
Yep.
Let's go.
Mhm.
Versus, like I said, corporate stuff can't do that.
yeah.
And I think, like you said, sharpen. And then it's like, oh man,
Mm-hmm.
did I get everything we need for dinner tonight?
It's almost
I
like
don't know.
a winding revolution thing. It's almost like spinning something faster and faster in your brain. You're like, oh, we are at full speed. We know how to see the whole landscape.
Mm.
We can pivot fast. We have incredibly sharp instincts, and it starts slowing down. And like the wheels, like, oh, all right, well, what was I even doing? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
And decision fatigue, I do believe in that. So
It's
as
very
a
real.
parent,
It's
as
very
a business owner, but I also believe like the fatigue is when the decisions slow down. I don't think you see it. Like it is there, but I don't really, you don't recognize it until the slow moments settle in. You're like,
well, you don't have time to scrutinize when you're in
Yeah,
high
that's
frequency.
what I was gonna
so you
say.
don't get to deliberate and, you know, pull all these hairs and be like, well, is this the absolute best way that I could be doing this?
Right.
You need to make a shotgun decision right there or you drown.
Yeah.
And it's much better commitment at that point. People are just, when you have more time, you're harder pressed to commit to something
yes.
Right.
because you're allowed to scrutinize for too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at. That's exactly where I'm at. It's like, oh, what is the next step? I mean, yes, I sold the gym and I'm still working, but not at full capacity.
Yeah.
So when will full capacity come back online, or what will full capacity be in?
Well, you kind of shot your own segue a bit. So you said, I take time, you know, I'm at a coffee shop for too long. So we would have pulled that anyway. But
Yeah.
so tell us about the coffee aspect in your world.
So it is fitness related because as a coach, or I've always been around coffee shops as a coach, or even when I owned the sporting goods store, like, where are we going to get coffee? I mean, of course, back then it's probably Starbucks, not anymore, but you know,
It's okay.
it was Nashville early on. You didn't have a whole lot of options. You had Bongo, Frothy shows up eventually, Headquarters shows up. Like you get little pockets, but Crema shows up. I know you're a big Crema fan. Well, Crema's probably been here 15, 16 years, right? So Nashville's still new to the local coffee scene.
Yeah.
And then you'll have JJ on. So, you know, JJ's bringing that, the younger people are bringing the coffee scene.
Yeah.
But for me, it was like, all right, I'm in the coffee shop. I would also, if I needed to meet a client, I wanted to always take the edge off being in the gym. So we'd meet at a coffee shop.
Yeah.
It's laid
It's
back.
the spot for dates, for
do you feel
meetings,
like do you feel like your needs are being met? Where they're in the gym, it's always like, and I had the other coaches at the gym, so I didn't want to, you know, intrude on their time. So it was coffee shop. We always did it. And actually, when I took the gym over, my co-partner in the coffee business, JP, is one of those, maybe even like y'all, we hit it off like within 30 seconds. Like it was just like, whoa, this is like weird. Okay. We're of the same age and kind of the same background. So we just hit it off. He was vlogging at the gym, or a day in the life kind of vlogging in 18. And I thought that was cool. I wasn't doing it. And so me and him just started talking. We both love podcasts. But we just meet up for coffee, check in. Yeah, hey, check in.
Yeah.
Let's meet up for coffee. You know, he would work out in the afternoon, but I was like, what are you doing in the morning? You know, if you got time, or weekend a lot, because he had a 9 to 5 too. But also one day we were just like, what if we did a podcast? Or, you know, something. You're doing the vlog. And I was like, but it should be coffee based, coffee and conversation. That's what we do. That's what we're good at. Like, so I guess in 19, we came up with Caffeinated and Confident as a podcast,
Cool.
more so than anything.
Love it.
And it was just like, at first it was me and him just chatting it up, like, health, wellness, coffee. That was right. That's what we did.
What else do you need?
Right. What else do you need? And I guess our third episode, we interviewed a small business owner in his coffee shop. And it changed. That's like when you like click, it's not about us. Let's go out and highlight people like fitness space, doctors that are fit, not just prescribing medicine.
Smoking cigarettes in the parking lot.
Smoking cigarettes. They just want to get a surgery on the books. They don't care.
Yeah.
Right.
But small business owners is what we really focused on. So we had that coffee and it was just a great conversation. We set up mics in his coffee shop and just chatted, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't perfect, but it was a great conversation.
You still remember it? Yeah.
Right. And so it took off. So that was 19. I'm trying to think. So in 19, we started. Later in 19, we actually had an interview for another coffee shop owner. And at the point when we interviewed, we first met her because we did coffee reviews. Like we kind of put that in the mix. Like,
cool.
Let's go to the coffee shop, highlight them, tell people what our thoughts are on coffee. We're by far not experts of coffee, but we are huge enthusiasts of coffee.
Yeah.
So that's most of the buying population.
True.
So we went and we do a little quick, 90-second we were on YouTube a little bit. So we went a little bit longer. And of course, as social media's changed, you have to kind of narrow your time because attention's limited. So we would do that. And we met this lady who was, she was in a brewery over by the Titan Stadium at the time. I can't remember the name of that brewery. Feel bad. They were Amanda Pumphrey's, and she did Pumphrey's and Brew Coffee. And she was like kind of the bar manager there, but they let her roast her own coffee there.
Cool.
And then she's like, they let me open up my coffee shop in the morning here.
Cool.
It was like everybody playing together.
Yeah.
And so we, got to know her through the interview and we kept in touch, go have coffee. And then she moved to Dixon and opened up her own shop, like True Cafe. And so we went out and did the podcast with her.
Oh, fun.
Cool.
Full circle.
Full circle. But at that time, we went from, really 3. She was probably somewhere in episode 30 something. And it's always like, you're a podcast. We were just two guys sharing the joy of talking to people. We really didn't have I don't know if we're going to make money at this, but we're having fun. But she's like, we had talked about, do we need t-shirts? Is it a swag thing? What are we going to do for swag? And then in that conversation with her, she's like, I'm down to help y'all roast. And we're like, oh, wow. That
didn't even think of that.
Is a great idea.
Yeah.
And that was the jump off point, I think, for Caffeinated Confident in the coffee scene, if you will. So she said, just let me know. We'll figure it out. At first, she was like, Mom, just like over top of us, helping us, everything. And as we've kind of grown and she's kind of grown, we procure everything. We set the points. And then she has the roaster. So we kind of hands off at that level because it's her toys. But we say, here's what we want. This is how we want it, and she makes the magic happen.
Yeah.
And you've arrived at a point to what you're delivering in terms of product and communicating in terms of results. She's delivering on. We never have to question it. Right. And we, it goes back to supporting small business, and we don't have to reinvent a wheel. We're not trying to reinvent a wheel. It's coffee. Everybody has a flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So that's working. So we started selling our bean as swag, and I think we kicked it off one Christmas. We did a 65-pound box, which does not net 65 pounds, people. Let's be clear. It gets roasted off. We made 12-ounce bag. I think we did 1 pound bags. So we're like, let's just give coffee, do coffee. And we sold out in 24 hours.
Damn.
Very cool.
But that was just our community. What are y'all doing?
Yes.
This is awesome. And we had some really cool bags. A friend of mine was in a printing business, so he did kind of the 3D printing on the bag, so it has the raised letters.
Oh, nice.
Not the perfect thing for a coffee bag, heads up, because they kind of flake off if you don't watch. But it looked cool for the moment.
Yeah.
So, and then I was like, oh, maybe this is what we should be doing. So then we would just always kind of have a drop, if you will. Drop, we got 40 bags of coffee, 1 pound bags. And of course we're drinking it too. And then we're like, oh, this actually is financially better for us as much coffee as we drink. So running that.
When did that, when was that first? You said Christmas.
So that was Christmas of 19.
Okay.
So there's the kicker. So Christmas 19, launch party. Great. Having fun. Then we start going, we'll say in February, we went to coffee competition here in Nashville. It was over in Wedgwood, Houston, at the what's the warehouse? Just the old warehouse there. There's nothing in it right now. Kind of
Wedgwood.
Yeah, Wedgwood. Can't remember the warehouse, but they opened it up. I think Frothy might have been one of the big leads on getting that in town at the time. But it was a cupping. They had cuppings. They had barista champions. They had all the coffee, tea. It was a cool thing.
Yeah.
And then 3 weeks later, the world's closed down.
Yeah.
Like it was like
February into March. That's right.
It was just like, whoa, big spin.
I feel like there's some kneecapping there, but I also feel like there could be some good opportunity in this story.
Right. And so the thing with us on the podcast side, we were very much like, yo, we want to be in person, like as much as we can. I get that's not always feasible, but it was coffee and conversation.
It's very different. Yeah.
And we tried to do a few like online interviews, and it was like, I don't know, it just doesn't have the charm. I don't know if charm's the word. It's just
not the same.
Feel
the same gravitas. Yeah.
And so we triculated to the end of 2020 probably, and then that's when we got back on the mics and had people in the gym because I could close the gym off. It's just like this.
Turned into a studio.
Exactly what you did.
Yeah.
And more conversations popped, and coffee was still doing well. But JP changed jobs. My time, I lost some trainers, so my time become more gym associated. My kids aged. Just everything. Time really hit us pretty hard. So we kind of went like, all right, where are we taking this coffee thing? Like we got to like 50 something episodes on the podcast, but where are we going with this thing? So I'm trying to remember how this turned out. As a trainer, morning training, you're always like, hey, what are you doing for breakfast after you just worked out for an hour or an hour and a half? And I would always get the resounding stopping by Starbucks or da-da-da-da. I'm like, please quit with the sugary stuff.
Yes.
Let's get some nutrition somewhere. And I was like, man, how can I help that? We got Bean, and I know enough people in the coffee world. And we had a friend who now, Primitive Coffee. Do you know Primitive Coffee?
That sounds very familiar.
Off Murfreesboro Road.
Oh, yeah.
Off Nolensville Road, not Murfreesboro, sorry. Off Nolensville Road. Trey Dexter, at that point, had a coffee cart, actually in East, inside a church.
Okay.
But the church either sold or something happened in the management of the church. And then he thought about going back to Texas and kind of all this whirlwind for him. But he was just going to put all this stuff in storage, like the cart, the machine, the grinder. And as coffee heads,
you were like,
you don't really want that just in storage. You've been using it for a while and you don't want it.
Yeah.
And he thought about selling it, but he's like, I don't know. I may want to come back to it. I was like, hey, can we just rent it a monthly rent?
Yeah. Smart.
And I brought it to the gym.
Dang.
So I'm So I'm like, hey, let's just try it. We'll see. You've already, it's your cart. We know it's permitted. We know it's clean. We know it fits all the mold. And I ran it out of the gym, I guess 3 or 4 months. And in that time, I started making collagen-based protein lattes for the morning classes and lunch classes. And that did pretty well with my group. I didn't know how to, get
Scale
that out
that.
into the world. I'm like, there's a lot of legal stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Your bottle product. So I was like, well, I'm making them fresh and handing them out. So I'm just a coffee cart. But then Trey's like, hey, I found a buyer. I'm going to sell it, whatever. It's like, great. Proof of concept. We did the proof of concept. Now we just got to make it work. So JP and I invested in a grinder and a little bit more high-end espresso machine. Wouldn't go to the JJ levels of things, but
well, that's also a
JJ,
miraculous situation.
And just started bottling them up and keeping them at the gym, kind of an in-house thing. See where it goes, and then so that was pretty good. A lot of clients liked them. We're like, we got proof of concept. And then we're like, our beans all right. So, and then cold brew is always an easy one, which I think you've had some. So we'll just order from us. We'll bring it to you.
Yeah.
Like that way, shelf life, we know we're controlling the temperature, keeping everything safe. So that's kind of the model we're in now.
Okay.
If you want it, order it. I keep some stuff at the gym for those who want to pick it up from the gym.
Sure.
But that's kind of where coffee's at for us. Still doing the reviews. Doing barista hot takes where we've interviewed baristas and see what their hot take on coffee is.
You have a daughter on board too?
My daughter's on
Co-host.
board. My older, she doesn't have her own social media, and it's as a 14-year-old, that's very hard. And I understand that, but I also have to understand.
She'll understand too.
Yeah.
As an adult and go, thank God you did this.
Yeah.
Right. It's like there's already enough distractions in your world. We don't need this one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I get her on board, and my youngest, of course, gets in there a little bit, but she drinks matcha. But yeah, so it's a full family thing. Like,
That's
just
awesome.
trying to keep in the family.
Yeah.
And coffee is a passion project, so like I'm going to buy it either way. Might as well have fun with it.
Mm-hmm. So the review format is still drip espresso and a specialty latte?
Yes, for the most part.
Okay.
Like when she's on board and when I was on board, she usually takes the latte, and I try to just do the drip or espresso, just so we're not getting too jacked up on a guy who's doing a caffeine cleanse currently.
It's the worst. I mean, it's the best, but I'm happy to get back to it. Yeah,
you need it.
For sure.
But yeah, that's the format, and we've always said like most small coffee shops, drip is just, and I even had to use discipline. It's just the training. If your drip's on point, then we know that you've been taught
Mm-hmm.
the ratios. You've been taught to care.
Yeah.
If your drip's bad, then I don't know.
We're not going to get past that.
It's hard to get past that,
Yeah.
right? And especially when you get to espresso, because now we're at another level
Yeah.
of dialing,
Pressure and
grinding,
Mhm.
right?
Way more sensitive. Yeah.
More sensitive. Where you're getting your beans, where you're not getting your beans. Lattes are lattes for the most part, but if your espresso's bad, then you're either covering it up with a
Sugar
lot of
and milk,
sugar.
yeah.
Yeah, right. So it's just we figured that's the best three we could come up with to try.
Is there a place, and you don't have to name names if you don't want to.
Okay.
Is there a place in Nashville that covered all three?
Yes.
Like that just one handily, all three?
And I will say there's more than one.
Okay.
I think Nashville, we talked earlier, coffee scene is up. We got the JJs of the world. We got Wheat Coffee. We got all these people who really care. We got Matrioscas, who just really care about coffee. They were born into coffee, or they grew up in coffee.
Sure.
I definitely didn't get that chance because we didn't have these specialty coffee shops for the most part. So the educational part, the
Well, even the access online too, like
access, right?
Yeah.
You can get a cert online now as, in coffee.
Or watching your reviews or other folks that make, there's just like a lot of entry points.
So what would you say, what is the shop that rises to the top that has the best average of the three? And then uniquely, what is your favorite drip, espresso, and specialty latte, like respectively?
Okay.
Like in the earth.
Yes.
Okay.
Like all around.
Yeah.
All right. So across the board, I can name more than one.
Okay. What do you got for us?
In Nashville, Matrioscas, of course, JJ at Subliminal. We know he's dialed. Living Water, big.
East or West?
I give East the advantage points. They're both pretty on point, but it seems like East has more of the coffee culture. Like it's East. There's a big coffee culture in East. It's a big coffee culture. We do like Honest Coffee on a more like, I hate to say corporate, but they're big enough to be a corporate entity. So if we're going to go, we do spend some time at Honest.
Yeah.
And then Elegy. I think Elegy,
solid.
Everybody complains about pricing, but I'm like, they put a lot of care and quality into what they got. And that's what you have to pay for that. Like that's
it is, and it's getting more and more expensive for everybody.
They want, and also they take care of their employees, which that's a whole nother sidebar in the hospitality space.
Sure.
Right?
Yes.
So,
especially in the coffee world in this town.
There you go.
We won't name names, but goddamn.
There may have been one empire that
died,
fallen.
or is dying.
Yeah.
But they take care of their people. And then most of these shops do. And then there's also Momentos Coffee that's kind of new. They were Hermitage based.
I don't think I've tried that.
They have an East Nashville location. I'm just a big fan of the ownership.
Momentos?
And Memento.
Okay.
Douglas Avenue on the corner of Douglas. I always forget what the corner is.
Okay, so it's similar to Flora and Fauna area.
Right. And Flora Fauna too. Those are, from the let's go be clear, the OG frothy cloth, not the corporate frothy cloth. I think.
What was the first location for Frothy?
12th South.
Okay. Wow.
They were cool before it was cool.
Oof, that place is not just Frothy Monkey, but the 12 South is.
Yeah, and then you
feel like every week I go there, I'm like, what is that?
It is the 30A of Nashville. That's what I've kind of.
That's a good. That's a good.
It's the 30A of Nashville.
That's
like I don't want to be mean, guys.
It's not. I mean,
I know it's like
those beaches are actually pretty sick. I haven't even been, but
yeah.
So I've heard.
It's just like
So your favorite drip anywhere?
All right, favorite drip. And I think JJ, shout out. We love JJ. He was on the podcast, a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And as he said, it's like depending on the month or the
Sure.
day or the coffee. So right now, one of my top drips, actually, Honest is really hitting on the drip right now. And Headquarters hits on their drip.
Okay.
Their drip is just always on point. They just found the ratio. They have the same roaster too. They use a roaster in town, so they just keep on point with the roaster, right? So I think they use Sky Bear. Sky Bear is Lisa, who's been in town much longer than I have.
Quite a while, yeah.
She was at one point in time part of the OSA grouping, kind of branched out. So as long as Osa's been here, Lisa's been here. She's a coffee nut, knows everything or most. But that's probably right now for me my top two drips right now.
Okay. What about espresso?
Espresso.
Are we going to say an RIP reference here?
We are.
Okay.
We are. Yeah. What is it? Now and Then.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
We'll just say that. Best espresso I've ever had. And again, I haven't traveled the world per se, but if you beat that espresso, I don't know what you did.
Right.
Like that was some of the most dialed
insane
espresso.
science. Yeah.
You know, all the way down to having the cup design for the espresso, like their care and attention.
Yeah.
There's other shops out there. I know that there's other shops, but for Nashville based coffee, oh man, what a loss for the Nashville.
I know. I mean, I wish that could have stayed on the rails. I mean, people grow apart. I get it, but in their prime, Davey and Demi, were able to shrink down a space into a microscopic little area and just make you live in something that you can't replicate anywhere else.
No. 10 people at a bar. Don't come up for nothing's to go. You're gonna drink it here.
Yeah.
Respect. And you will patiently wait, and everyone did.
Yeah. I would tell friends and colleagues, I was like, this is what if you actually like this, be there before they open.
Yeah.
And it's worth it. I'm like, well, why am I going to sit there for like an hour and a half? I'm like, then you just don't get it. Don't go.
Yeah.
But the people that do go, even if they were apprehensive at first, they're just like, holy shit. So yeah, it's a different experience.
Huge, and it was an experience too, right?
Yeah.
It was more than coffee. It was like Davey alone, because he kind of guided us through our tour. Demi was kind of got us set up, and then he's the espresso guy, and he was guiding us through our coffee tour of the place. His passion, there's JJ's passionate, Abby's passionate. There's a lot of passion, but his true excitement, and just I don't know, I've never seen anyone replicate that in everything that I've seen.
He is like the perfect yin and yang of being so deep in coffee nerddom, but also respecting fine dining experience and attention to detail.
But also being loose enough to not make it snobby.
Yes.
Which everyone's like, that's snobby. I'm like, it wasn't snobby, man. It was actually
that you're projecting. Yeah.
A true educational experience.
Yeah. And here's a funny thing too. And we want to get him on the podcast as well. But I remember when he called his shot 15, 16 years ago. I was with him in Pocatello, Idaho. I think it was somewhere in Idaho. And we were on tour together. He was playing in a band called Strength and What Remains. He was a drummer. And we're kind of on an off time, just killing some time. And we're all talking about what we want to do outside of music. And he's like, I think I just really want to open a coffee shop one day.
And he did.
And then when, I don't know, do you know Adam Easterling of Orthodox? He's a vocalist, but also huge in the coffee. And either way.
I may know the face. Sometimes I know faces.
When Now and Then was really finding their stride, he's like, oh, you should go see Davey over at Now and Then. And I was just like, what do you mean? He's like, you know Davey. I'm like, I don't know a Davey. He's like, Davey Ball. I was like, wait, the drummer of Strength and What Remains owns the best coffee shop in Nashville? And he did. And he fucking crushed it.
I mean, honestly, I don't know if there's a Michelin star for coffee shops, but they would have probably been on the list to get one.
Yeah.
At the peak, yeah.
At the peak. Yeah.
All right. Well, that brings us to specialty latte then. What's your favorite specialty latte of all time?
Specialty lattes, because some change. So,
but just your snapshot in time.
Snapshot in time. I have to give it to Living Water. They had one called the Colada.
Okay.
Ice latte. They did, of course, do the big ball or cube ice.
Yeah.
Very pina colada-esque.
Okay.
The problem is you could drink 5 of them. It's one of those
goes down like water kind of thing.
It's I enjoyed it, but I should have savored it. You're in that crosshair of oh my God, this
I have to keep sipping this. Yeah.
Yeah. You got to have it's like you get the latte and the espresso shot, and you're kind of back and forth with it. Like, right? It's for Nashville. That one going back to now and then that they did. Now let's be clear, it was espresso with milk.
Yeah,
it wasn't a latte.
Okay,
espresso with milk. That's how they said it.
Yeah,
but they had the chocolate one.
The ritual.
The
best mocha of all time.
The absolute best mocha of all time.
Yeah.
Even at the time we went and did like our recording there, my camera guy's he's like, young, if it's Dunkin's, it's fine. I'm on the road. I'm traveling. I'll just grab coffee wherever. I just need the juice.
Just a road dog.
And he took a step back after he sipped it. And he's like, what is this? I was like, the best mocha I've ever been associated with in time. So.
It really was remarkable.
Yeah.
We would harass them for it all the time. And then they started getting it farther and farther away from their sequence of service.
We go,
yeah. It's like, well, actually, we're just using it as a dessert drink. And then we're probably not even doing it at all. I'm like, dude, you have to have chocolate back there somewhere. And you just we need to wait for it to die down.
Make it work. Yes. We'll wait.
I'll come in last if I have to come in last.
No, that is a religious experience in terms of a hot chocolatey drink for sure.
Yeah, that one. So again, and sometimes I have to even say I don't know if now and then is fair to put in the local cafe.
Yeah,
I don't really think it. I don't think it.
They didn't want to be.
Yeah,
let's be clear. They did not. Maybe then the new spot. Listening to how they wanted to run it, they did want to have that avenue of the local spot.
Yeah.
But when you're having to service 20 people deep, it's a little different, right? It hits a little different. The machine runs different. Everything runs different.
Did you ever get to experience it when it was at the Centennial?
I did not.
It was very interesting. And altogether, if you looked at what Sean Brock represents and what they were trying to do, it does not jive with the Hyatt Hotel at all. It was awesome that they got to do it for a while, but it'd be very interesting because they were so intentional and so slow in their process to really kind of grind everything to a halt to have it be experiential. But we would be sitting there drinking coffee, and it's in the lobby of a very large, prominent hotel on Broadway.
Yeah.
So you'd have these people come up, and they'd be 6 deep, and Demi would just be like, yeah, it's going to be an hour and a half.
Yeah,
and then
minimum,
then you'd see their face contort. They have no idea, and they're like, no, absolutely not. But just that sheer exclusivity factor, they'd come back can you just put our name on the list?
Yeah,
every single time.
Because I have to have it, right?
Yeah.
If it's that good, these
what
people are patiently waiting. I gotta have it.
Yeah, and she just turned around. She looked at me. She's like, "We only have 8 seats available." So, and well, when they go, I'll let you know. But we have 7 parties ahead of you. And
it's pretty gangster.
All right, yeah,
right.
It is.
Yeah,
it was cool to see because every single time, it was oh, and they come back and they're like, huh.
Yeah, you're savoring sitting there looking at people and just being like.
I'm going to take about 10 minutes longer now.
Yeah.
Because you didn't act right.
Yeah.
Right.
And we had similar experiences in Japan where we'd wait in line for a really exclusive shop. And we're kind of self-conscious. We're do we just get this in book? And their baristas be you sit down and you're here.
Slow the fuck down.
Yeah. You don't worry about them.
Respect that, right?
Yeah.
And I think being able to go sit and talk where coffee and community were the same. It's sometimes sad to see this whole hustle and bustle. I got time. I won't go to that coffee shop because they don't have a drive-through. I'm well, they're probably not the best coffee shop.
Or I can't work there.
Or I can't work there. Oh yeah,
right.
I know you have to do some work as well, but
I also get into the respect that you work there. Don't just get drip coffee one and sit there for 5 hours. That's my hot take. People, sorry if you don't like me, but.
Yeah, support the business that's giving you their Wi-Fi, their place, their nice ambiance.
Yeah,
so
it's $40 to $50 a square foot.
Yeah,
they didn't put anything in it yet. That was just to be in the space.
Yeah,
so we have to remember that.
It's true.
Good point.
Even rough numbers. I was looking at places for another project lately. It's
of course,
I frequency back. I'm trying to get back.
Warehouse spacing at $16 a square foot. You get a 7,000 square foot place. You're paying $6,500 a month for a box.
Yes.
You haven't bought insurance, turned on the power, put anything in it.
Cooled it, heated it. Are you kidding?
Right.
Yeah.
Insured it.
Yeah.
Right.
Nothing.
That's a lot of air in there.
Right. So I've already paid, 4 or 5x of your apartment rent, and I haven't done anything.
Yes. Yeah.
So and that's not even in Nashville. That's just in surrounding areas.
Right.
Jeez.
So
That's
crazy.
tough.
Yeah.
Do you have a place that the target is set on to experience, to do either a review of or a dream coffee location to try?
Oh, for me,
Mm-hmm.
well, I will say your Japan conversations has me just jonesing.
Oh,
Good.
please, whenever
Yeah.
you,
For that.
you can pull the trigger.
Yeah.
I was
I mean,
like, what?
Oh,
Like,
dude, yeah.
Listen to like, and also how you said like, well, we also know in Japan they're very disciplined,
Mhm.
and you know, like everything
Efficient
is
and
efficiency. And I'm like, wow, I just want to go see this process
Mhm.
in life.
yeah.
And I've had some other clients who have had the experience of being in Japan for a couple of weeks at a time, and there's like whole new world. Like
Mhm.
this is a place you must see.
We obviously gush about it all the time, and it's very unique because you look at stuff like, oh, it seems interesting enough, but it does not have the sex appeal or the gravitas of a France or a Switzerland or an Italy.
Yeah.
You have to just experience it when you're there. It's like a different set of rules. You're like, wait, you can do this? People actually do this, and you know, it's incredibly clean. There's very little dereliction. You'll see, compared to us, you'll see maybe one person that you might consider overweight
Oh yeah.
a day.
Yes.
A day.
Hey, right. And you're like, they're not from here.
Yeah.
Or, you know, they moved in probably,
Yeah.
right? Or they're
So
visiting for a while.
It's just a different feeling of reality altogether.
Well, just listen to the stories of, you know, their soccer team, and then they show pictures of the locker room before they left and after they left. I was like, I think it was cleaner.
Stadium. Yeah,
I think it was cleaner after they left and when they got there.
Yeah.
So just that, I mean, the care that we go back to, it's sometimes you can have an okay product, but if you put enough care in it, it becomes a exceptional product.
Yeah. But then you got to be down to not scale that.
Right.
Because I truly am convinced scaling will equate to a cut on that top, notch product. That's the reason there's 10 seats or 8 seats. There's, but it takes 2 hours to go get the steak from the guy who's been doing it for 300 years. It's like
the sushi bar, right? Like where it's like, if you can get in here, good luck. Like there's 5 seats.
Uh-huh.
That dude's been doing it for 40 years.
Yep.
Just sit down and be patient. It'll be here.
Yeah. It wasn't financially mapped out. And I think there's such a beauty in that. And then the tragic counterpiece of, well, a warehouse costs $7,000 just to have an empty box.
Yeah.
How do I even, it's just like both of those things fight each other so intensely. It makes it hard to care about that quality experience because you sort of can't. You don't have it's not an affordable option to think
you're
that
living
way.
in absolute terror all the time.
All the time. Like, right? Like, I mean, like going back to JJ, he has the coffee cart in Lolu, right? So like yes, I know he's paying rent, but he's not in charge of the entire building. So I think for him, he can really focus on his craft.
Yeah.
Like there's some pressure off. There's still pressure. You got to perform.
Oh, totally.
You've set the expectations, so you got to stay up there. Matrioskas, they're kind of off the beaten path enough. I know it's not cheap to run a business over there, but the quality and care is their
just
focal
expanded
point.
too. Yeah.
And they're also big into the community. Like we are accepting everyone. You could, where we're going to make good coffee, come have some. Like and talk to somebody.
Yep.
Like that's kind of them.
Yeah.
But when you kind of transition and, not to give them too much, like we'll look at a barista parlor and how they had quality. Then they went big. And then they effed up royally. And now they're back to
maybe square -1.
I'd give them a -100 because I won't go there.
Right.
Agreed.
Same.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I also have to tip my hat too because they were my first. They were the first specialty coffee experience that I had in the States because I was late to the coffee game. And when I moved to Nashville, because South Florida has just dog shit coffee across the board. They've since added
Gator milk.
2 or 3 places in the last 4 years that are specialty minded. But before that, no shot. But Barista Parlor, OG East, when I first moved to Nashville, was my first eye-opening experience in specialty coffee.
Yeah.
Right. I want to say that was probably one of our first, definitely 5, maybe even first 3 coffee reviews was the East one.
Yeah.
In the garage.
Yeah.
Having great coffee.
Yeah.
Where you could actually taste the notes and like really pick up more than bitter or more than chocolate, so.
They also charcuteried it like pretty much the first form. Like it was like you get chocolate, you got fruit, you got seltzer water with it. And you're like, this is great.
Yeah, they were setting the palate, right?
Yeah.
Setting the palate, which I was also in my head. That really started my intrigue of, oh, the tasty notes are the tasty notes. You just got to have the palate. Like, you know, like Starbucks is just burnt water.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
Yeah.
Burnt toast.
It's a good segue for us. Something that was a unique thing to catch in you talking about the transition for the offer for Nashville Fit Lab.
Yeah.
You just were so like, yeah, I mean, well, let me give it 3 days and fuck it. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
How do you keep that going? There's a lot of spinning plates. There's a lot of ideas. There's a lot of passion projects that you have. Where does that confidence sort of come from? Is it from the experience of the past? Do you have so much trust with your wife that you just know shit's going to work out? Like what, shed some light on what that is.
Definitely even going back as a kid, I am a only child. So sometimes that's a good thing and sometimes that's a bad thing, right? Like, cause you don't have the buffers, but I was always close friends and all that, but it was always like, like go try it. Like, my parents were never like, oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Like even when I was going to be a doctor, yeah, go do that. I don't want to be a doctor. Okay. That was never, even though for them, they were very rigorous. Like my dad worked for the same company for 40 years.
Wow.
Like it had changed hands and become different names, but he was in the same company for 40 years, right? Like you're not seeing that anymore.
Right.
They are boomers, but you're not seeing that anymore. My mom was in healthcare for 2.5 decades, like 25 years, right? So like when she got in, she was in. So I think they did want me to be able to maybe have more experience. So if it didn't work, it didn't work. Like, don't suck. Like, if you're going to do it, put the effort in. I think some people, I've said it to some people, they kind of frown when they're like, when I say don't suck. I'm not saying like
you're not allowed to make a mistake.
Right. I'm saying like don't go in with no effort.
Right.
That's the true suck is like,
don't limp dick it.
Yeah, I'm not just like, I just showed up and it's going to work.
Only.
Yeah, full dick.
No honey dick, no limp. Yeah.
You got to go hard.
That's right.
Nice. But I'm just
Bravo.
saying it's all in the effort. Like, so I've never questioned my effort. And then my wife is also that person. Like once she's an artist, so I can't say she is, she likes a lot of things up because she is an artist. It's hard for her just to be like one thing. Like she loves to paint. She's a woodworker. She loves interior design. Like, right. She is a true artist. She loves all the aspects of art. Where sometimes I can be that thing. I just
full steam ahead.
Full steam ahead. Speak it, do it. I said I was going to do it. So, and that's also been harder with kids. That's when you start getting a little hesitant.
Oh, sure.
Right.
The repercussions.
I went into a gym because I was passionate about CrossFit. I loved the community. I didn't do my due diligence on the guys I went into business with. Right. I was just like, I love it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Right. And I didn't do my due diligence. Now I'm like, oh God, I got to do, okay. I got to check the files, got to track that. You got to, so much back and forth because if I do take the loss, it's not just affecting me. And even though at that point when the gym failed, it was my wife too, but we were,
you could deal with it.
We were ride or die. We can move.
Yeah.
I still had the store. She still had a job. It's like a different world.
Yeah.
So I will say, and I've kind of told it to younger entrepreneurs, hesitation kills. It kills momentum. It kills drive. It kills discipline.
Belief.
Kills you in the car when you're driving like a bitch. Yeah.
Exactly.
My dad calls it pussyfoot. He's
right.
like,
to the finite level of, oh, you should have pushed the gas and you didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's helped me. Being able to now, again, I'm saying it in my younger life.
Sure. But the wisdom now that.
But it goes back into, as I talked about with my clients, what has changed. I can just walk in and see it. I'm going to miss some stuff. We're all going to miss stuff. Like,
of course. It's
just that time and attention. I know I've kind of said that a lot, but that is in my world so much. You only get better with time and attention.
It's so applicable though, right? Because it's not just a training truth. It's the tension of business stress.
Yeah, like making decisions, failing, like full face fall, broken nose.
Yeah,
you got to fail fast to learn fast.
Right. And And we hear that in the IT world now. That's kind of a catchphrase. Like, oh, you got the Facebooks of the world, the Instagrams of the world. Fail fast, go hard. I'm like, yes, you do, but you gotta have the foresight too, a little bit. I wouldn't say if you're a 25-year-old looking to open a gym, go pop off for 40 grand or go pop off for an $8,000 a month
warehouse
box.
and just
Let's be patient.
Yeah.
Let's maybe go train with somebody. Go step into a gym that has at least like Adam, right?
Yeah.
Gym 5 been there for 20 years. That's the guy you probably want to hang out with.
Yeah.
CrossFit East Nashville's been there now quite a while. It's changed hands. It is a different ownership, but it's
legacy institution,
right? Fit Lab, it opened in 14, I think, initially. So it's now the actual body of a gym in a building has been there for over a decade. So I think it's sometimes less internet and more actually putting boots on the ground in the space.
Yeah, we had a question that was, what would you tell someone who has ideas and the drive, but they keep finding reasons to wait or quit, right? But then you sort of just described the flip side of it, like don't just go to the bank willy-nilly and, all right, 8K, I'll figure it out. Like, no, you're probably not gonna. What's the most you've ever made in a month? So taking both of what you just shared and then, the question, because I think it could help quite a few folks get some goodies from your wisdom. Where's the risk ratio that you would say somebody should live in? Because it's going to be contextual, right?
Right.
It's going to be is it going to affect just you? Right. And then what else would you add to that? Like, and in the Harlow's decision-making guide, what's the 3-step process?
So the core tenets, if you will.
Yeah. So younger in life, because again, I've had phases, right? Like we talked, kids change everything. Even if you say they're not, it does. It does. I was probably like 80%. Like I'm already 80% in. I don't even know much about it.
Yeah.
If I truly have the confidence that I can do it. So 80%, you're just like, I'm going to talk to a few landlords around town, see what the rent rate is. Like, I'm going to go do boots on the ground kind of stuff. Of course, nowadays you have a lot of technology to help you and make things go faster.
Right.
I don't know if that's always a good thing.
I agree.
Because sometimes it looks great on paper.
Sometimes pictures look pretty damn deceiving too. And then you show up in your fishbowl apartment and you're like, oh, shit. 130 square feet looks so different when I'm standing in it versus...
and a 10 millimeter lens too.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Like the deceptive aspects are much higher now. So I hate to say I have to tippy toe on that from my experience. Like,
sure.
We'll go back to CrossFit Community City. All right. We had proof of concept in a small box. We ramped up 40 people.
Yeah.
Like, oh God, almost shockingly. I know some people are like, oh, my gym has 200 people. I'm like, cool.
Good for you. Yeah.
And we were in a 20 by 60 shotgun warehouse with no AC.
Right.
But CrossFit Community City ramped up to 100 really quick. Bad business stuff makes that go away, but it's like, oh, everything looked good. That one element I didn't put my eye on
took it down.
Or didn't focus on. I don't want to say focus. I was just so passionate and loved it that I kind of took my eye off the prize.
Sure.
You want to move fast and you want to go hard, but you do have to do due diligence. I think that goes different for everybody. Like, do you have a bank account stacked with cash and you want to blow it?
Sure.
You can go as fast as you want.
Yeah.
Are you willing to risk that $100,000 that you somehow accumulated?
Yeah.
Because $100,000 can go real fast.
Oh, yeah.
Like real fast, like vanish in a matter of your signature. Your signature can make $100,000 vanish.
Which is insane.
Right. You signed that lease for $8,000, but then you failed month 3. It's really hard to get out of that lease unscathed.
Yes. They're taking,
you're going to pay something.
They're taking a piece of something, right?
Yeah, you're going to pay
I'm
something.
leaving here with something.
I like toes. Let's go 2 big toes and
so it's a very complicated question.
Yeah,
like I said, and to now we'll move forward. I'm way into many businesses, ups and downs. I don't know if I've necessarily hit a home run, but guess what? I've had a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
Right?
That's
Like,
dope.
I don't, to those, and we hear it a lot these days, I think, mental health, the grind of getting up, going to a job you hate, doing it because you have to. I mean, I've been fortunate. I mean, my mental health was, I'm going to a job I love, but I have to battle all the things that are going to come at me. Not necessarily, I'm going to a job I hate.
Yeah, it's the bookkeeping demons.
Yeah.
Yes. Damn them.
Right? So how much pain are you willing to take? I think that's probably my best answer. How much pain are you willing to take? Where are you at in your life?
Yeah.
Are you just out of college? You can probably take a lot of pain.
Sure.
If you have bumpers, in there. Are you 49, married with kids in a house?
Maybe not the best
your pain
time
tolerance is scaled back a little bit.
Yeah.
Sure.
Are you going to risk your house? Some people will.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get mom's okay before you
Make sure your wife
sign that away.
have a good partner, husband, wife. Make sure they're on board with you. That's if you're in that stage of life. That's
wise right there.
That is. I don't even know how to say it. It's I would say the biggest key of success. And I'm not saying monetary success, just success in a good life. Trust and respect. Do you trust your partner? Both of you mutually. Do you respect your partner? I mean, yes, you got to love that, but you can love other people, right? So love can't be the only factor.
Yeah.
Trust and respect has to be there in your relationship.
Yeah. Love that. What would you say are some of the biggest correlations between coffee and fitness? Not even just like, doesn't have to be the business side. Yeah. Any
community, point blank community. Like the coffee culture, the coffee world is very community based. Also, coffee allows a space for community to come into, like coffee shops. Like I'll go to L&L Market to go to Honest, and there will be a Bible group. There will be friends from college that haven't seen each other, or they schedule a meeting once a month. Like, and I think fitness has that, right? You come work out because your boys in the class, or or your friends in the class, or I think it's definitely the community aspect is the biggest pairing for the two.
Love that.
Want to hit him with it?
Yeah. Well, before we do, is there anything that we have not yet covered, or that you would a last message kind of thing? Last message sounds fucked up.
Wow.
Your final word.
Oh, wow.
No. Rewind. What are your what's a current mantra that you have that you're sort of living by that feels very like prominent and punchy to you?
I think in my career we talked about a lot of decision making, having to be at work, balance kids. My weakness in some of that was being where my feet are. If I'm at home, I'm getting a text from a client, I'm not where my feet are. If I'm at work, worried about what's for dinner, and that's going to happen. I'm not saying these are small things. But I think you need to be where your feet are.
Just fully present in the moment.
Fully present in the moment. That's hard. I get it as a business owner. You might have 15 texts sitting on that phone, but guess what? You don't have to answer them now. And I was bad about that.
Yeah.
Small gym, every member counted. Boutique fitness. You want to make sure you're servicing everybody. We're in a world where attention's very short. So you want to make sure you're answering, or, hey, I would like to try out your gym. You're like, oh, I got to answer this right now. You don't. Like it's hard to really get that. You don't like set a time, be where your feet are. Especially as a parent, that was I would say like be where your feet are. Like I've got better.
Yeah.
But there's many a times being at the house. I mean, kids are entertaining themselves because they're outside running around, which I love. But well, maybe I should go outside too instead of like banging out an email or making sure I paid all the bills. You got to pay the bills. But just, sometimes you get in that wormhole, did I do it? And that sends you in a down
whole
spiral.
Like,
now you're in work at home versus I'm at home. I'll block this off in the morning at the coffee shop.
No, it's very wise and very insightful though. And you've had nuggets this whole time, which has been very, very cool.
I know, I'm excited to listen back. it's funny going to such a haze during interviews and conversations, and
you just kind of black out and roll with it. But then when we get to edit and reflect and go through,
wow, that was so cool.
Great.
That was a great.
This is one of those unique moments where like I'm in it and I'm like, man, this has been so insightful, so good.
Sweet.
So
no, I mean, so thank you all for having me on.
Of course,
this has been great.
We do have one final signature question for you. Which I've gotten better at asking here. I've made some parameters for myself in my head. And the thing that's thrown me off is that a lot of people that we talk to like have a partner, a wife, husband, whoever, somebody that I'm like, man, I like want to include them or their family especially. So I'm not doing that. It's just you.
Just me.
This is the way I'm going to ask this from now forward. You have a day totally to yourself, anywhere you want to be in the world. Where are you? What are you doing? And how are you taking your coffee?
Wow. Okay.
That's great. That way from
you nailed that. You nailed it. So, and some of this may be based on current situations, like being in it. But I will say, as of recently, I've discovered Grandfather Mountain, North Carolina, is a beautiful place. I mean, I've been there a couple of times in life, but I was where my feet were this time. I actually took the time to be where my feet were. Climate wise, it's a microclimate. So I'm hiking somewhere in Grandfather Mountain, trying to get to a waterfall it has naturally cold water. I do like a good cold water session, chilling that. That's probably where I'm going and what I'm doing. I'm hiking. I probably started that day. If it could be a perfect world, I could have anything.
You can have many cups. Yeah.
I would have a now and then espresso shot.
Okay.
And a ritual before I went on that hike.
Let's
go. All right.
Yeah.
Love it.
And then I would probably end the day, I mean, honestly, with the workout. I mean, because I went on the hike, I'd probably and it may not be a crazy one, but just move some weight.
Yeah.
Just like
a couple good squeezes of some
like
core
some
movements.
Good cleans and maybe with the boys. And, sometimes you get into the weird tension, just hold tension and kind of movements and do it with the boys and have some good conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
That would be my day.
Well, Harlow, an absolute pleasure. Like we said just a moment ago, I'm excited to listen back. I'm sure the guests will get some, listeners will get some really great
Harlow,
insight.
real quick, where can people find you? Your wares, your interviews? Are you still rocking YouTube pretty consistently?
We're doing a lot of Instagram on the coffee side. So Caffeinated and Confident is the coffee side, but it goes as CaffCon on social media, just because Caffeinated Confident is very long.
CaffCon?
Yeah, CaffCon, CaffCon on social media, pretty much anywhere. Fit Lab is still an entity. I still have the Instagram account for that, and we just post fitness information, or we're laughing at peptides or GLP-1s, or we're a little. We're everywhere with that, but we're in the fitness space.
Cool.
And still doing some online programming for people if they're interested. Of course, I'm still personal training at the gym if someone's interested.
Cool.
So I'm there. That's probably the best two places to find me.
Well, Harlow, we cannot thank you enough for spending a Sunday with us, because this was great. I mean,
it's awesome, man.
So much wisdom, so much cool experience. So this has been super, super rad.
Yeah, I hope I didn't talk too much. I was really excited to come.
No, you're killing it. It was
perfect.
great.
That's what we want. We want you to talk. So until next time on The Long and Thick, thanks for being here.
Thank you.